Hey all, Dr. Z here. So, in the last video, I talked about the front-back spinal wave. It's the video called flexion-extension wave. This is flexion, this is extension. Flexion-extension wave. And that wave is really good to practice just in general to create more limberness, flexibility, suppleness in the spine, but also to signal the brain on a neurological level that it's safe and okay to come out of this guarded self-defense posture and come back into the more relaxed, open, and available posture that's associated with feeling safe or feeling content or feeling connected or even feeling, oh, victorious, right? So that was last time. Today I want to talk to you about a different spinal wave that also goes up and down the spine, or can be trained to go up and down the spine is maybe a little bit closer. And I'll show you what that looks like now. So the spinal wave I'm looking to create goes back and forth. So that's the shape of the wave that I'm looking to produce, that back and forth movement up the spine. The last video, the last wave, the front-back wave, stretches the little tiny ligaments that connect the spinal cord to the spinal canal and signals the position sense of the brain to say, we don't need to be contracted. In fact, we aren't contracted. We can be open. In fact, we are open, which means that we're probably not under threat. Look around. No bear. We're fine. This side-to-side movement is a little bit less about, is it safe for me to continue existing? Is my life under threat? Which, when your life is under threat, this is one of the common postures to assume. And is a little bit more about, is it safe for me to really take up as much room in the conversation as I'm taking up? Is it okay for me to be big, for me to be bold, for me to be confident and assert? Okay? So it's the difference between my life is under threat and my social position might be under threat. And I need to expand and stretch both. If the neurological stuff doesn't ring true to you, that's fine. Building strength and suppleness and flexibility and control in the spine are all a really good idea. So here's the way we're going to play with it. First, start with the last video and go with the front-back flexion extension wave, and then try this one where we're going side to side. You may find one of these movements is a lot easier for you to find and master and make smooth than the other. For me personally, the other one is a lot easier for me to get into, and this one takes a little more concentration to smooth out. What that means is this is the one that I need to practice a little bit more to make smooth. As I get that smoothness, I have more muscular control in my spine that's protecting me from future injuries, and it stretches some of the muscles, some of the ligaments, and creates as much length along my spine as possible. Okay? So, if you're enjoying these things, if you're finding any value in these videos, I would love to hear from you about what you're learning as you're experimenting with them and trying out these different movements. Again, these movements are totally organic. I didn't make them up. I just want you to have them in your repertoire for how to relieve back and neck and head pain, but also how to just exercise parts of you that don't normally get a lot of work. Finally, if you stick around for the third in this three-part video series, you'll learn how to put these movements together in a unique and interesting way. Follow along. I'll see you then.